All right, you guys, what's going on? So I got a few minutes before I'll punch in and go to work, but I wanted to talk about Dana White's overall plan for TKO. He did an interview with somebody from Fight Hub. Shout out to Fight Hub. They had an event um at the theater at Madison Square Garden, which I wasn't aware of, but basically I reached out to Dana White's people reached out to TKO in regards to covering future events. But nevertheless, Dana White revealed his plan. He said his plan is a little bit different from Turkey Al Sheikh. He said what he wants to do is build boxing from the ground up. Okay, that to me is a concern and a possible red flag. I think Dana White is going to have to put his arrogance and his narcissist uh, attitude to the side. And I think he needs to hire people who have a boxing background, who understands the sport. Because if this one of these Dana knows everything and Dana White's plan, it will fail, and it won't. You know what I'm saying? Get off the ground. So I think he need to hire boxing minds, guys who have ties to boxing, understand how the sport works, instead of him just thinking he can invade the boxing space and just because he's Dana White think it's gonna work. And then also, my biggest concern is, Dana White's historic penny pension. Once again, you can't bring in a bunch of guys and then they turn this into a multi-million dollar and then billion-dollar entity, and then you want a penny pinch. So he needs to hire people that can help build the company, build the fighters, you know, try to get these TV deals, basically try to start something like a boxing version of possibly Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, something like that. Because, like I said, I did like his idea, what he said about USA Boxing's Tuesday night fight. That's how we saw guys like Oscar De La Hoya back in the day. We saw dudes like Joe Macy. You know, we've got to see all those dudes who were up and coming fighters who went on to become pay-per-view stars. So I understand that. If you want to build a fighter up, that's fine. But at the same time, you have to have a proper pay scale, and you have to incentivize these dudes. I think what he should do is, well, somebody might steal my idea, but what I think he should do, you pay these fighters like some kind of premium, but you put incentives. Let's just say however you're going to sanction these fights for however many rounds or minutes of the rounds you're going to go. How about, like, if a guy gets a knockdown, he gets like maybe a possible $10,000 bonus. If he gets a one punch knockout, he gets an extra 25,000. Because I know he wants these fights to be more action oriented, and that's fine. But you have to incentivize these guys. Once again, these are guys that are putting their lives on the line. You just can't come out the gate offering the dude, especially if they're fighting in front of a live crowd of tens of thousands of people. You just can't come out the gate and try to offer a dude $1,500. You're gonna have to pay. Now I understand there's you have to build yourself up, but at the same time, you have to pay him something reasonable. And that's all I'm saying. Because I've heard horror stories about guys who were about to get evicted from their apartment and took them months to get their checks and stuff. So, this is what I'm worried about. I just think Dana White need to hire people who understand boxing. He take his ideas, and then he take the people who have boxing backgrounds and collaborate, and then they find some common ground. And this is how you can build something. And you come up with a system that works for everybody, where everybody is happy, or at least satisfied. That's what this stuff is all about a negotiation, trying to find common ground. And this is the reason why this country is where it is, because we can't find common ground. This is why we have always been divided and always will be divided, because we can't find common ground. And that's what Dana White needs to do. This is just that simple. Now, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna steal my idea and present it to Dana White, but that's what he should do. Incentivize, put in incentives. Like I said, you get a knockdown, you get, you know what I'm saying, you get some kind of bonus. You get a knockout, you get some kind of bonus. Because if you incentivize people, now the problem is, of course, it's gonna be taxes and stuff, because depending on where you fight at and what the tax bracket is, well, that's the problem. So I think that Dana White should hold most of these events. To me, he should hold most of these events in Las Vegas. They have plenty of arenas in Las Vegas where he could pretty much find a permanent home to have these fights. They got quite a few arenas. I don't think everything is going to end up at the T-Mobile Arena or the Thomas Mack Center, but then they got these smaller arenas, and that's what I think he needs to do. He needs to talk to people that understand boxing. He needs to hire PR people who understand how media works with boxing, because boxing media is a little bit different. Well, it's different from MMA media. And he needs to get everybody involved to help this thing grow. What I'm saying is he needs us. And he has to understand that. Because Dana White, listening to him in an interview, he is very arrogant. He's very arrogant. And the thing is with him, he likes, if he isn't part of something, he tries to downplay it or he tries to attack it. At the end of the day, Dana White got a lot of game from Floyd Mayweather on how to build UFC, because he used to go visit Floyd at his gym, and Floyd kind of advised him and stuff. So I give Floyd credit for that. So my thing is with Dana White need to reach out to people that understand boxing and have boxing oriented minds. You can't bring the UFC mentality into boxing. So there you have it. Just wanted to put that out there. This your boy Town. I'm out.